Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So tonight we're going to talk about my keychain and you guys. So I had somebody ask me a question today I couldn't answer. They're like, who's your audience? I'm like, what? Like the demographics, who are they? Most people can say, they're 24 to 35, predominantly male, predominantly this race. I can't do that. It's a pretty wide cross-section. The only answer I could come up with was those people supporting or in pursuit of freedom. That's about all y'all have in common, to be honest. It's a very diverse group of people, generally leaning liberal-ish, left-ish, but not always. And it's like, man, well, you're going to have a lot to work with over the next year, because we've been talking about the news articles that came out today, talking about how the president is going to become more authoritarian. He's been emboldened by being acquitted, and that basically the Senate won't hold him accountable. They're afraid to. And it got me thinking, I was like, man, that's a little rough. that's a little rough of a load. And as I'm in the drive-thru making my $7 installment on my heart attack, I'm playing with my keychain because food's taking a little while. And my keychain, by the way, it's a rock. It's got some blue paint on it, pink and blue paint on it. And it kind of gave me a little bit of hope. There was a time when this rock was a symbol of everything that was wrong in the world. A symbol of tyranny, symbol of oppression. And we're probably headed into a period in the United States where we're going to have to deal with a lot of authoritarianism. But at the same time, now, today, this rock, it doesn't symbolize that anymore. An image of this all put together, oh yeah, it still symbolizes all the bad things, everything that's wrong with the world. But when it's broken up, scattered all over the world, it takes on a different meaning. The Berlin Wall coming down, it was perfect in so many ways. It was literally freedom breaking through. It was literally an end to that type of authoritarianism. And it literally crashed through the wall. It was gorgeous. Perfect. And now, pieces of that wall, they're scattered all over the world, not as symbols of tyranny, but as symbols of hope and motivation. Germany endured that for decades before it came to an end. The entire time, there were people who were active. There were people who spoke out. There were people who did what they could to turn the tide. We are lucky in the sense that there are a lot of people in this country who realize what's around the corner. And we can speak out now. We can hopefully stop the symbols from becoming quite as big as this. There will certainly be symbols that Trump creates over the rest of his tenure that will be viewed as symbols of authoritarianism. Hopefully, they will be viewed as symbols of how close we came, rather than the time we did become an authoritarian state. But no matter what, the pattern of world history moves towards freedom. It moves towards more freedom for more people. And eventually, whatever symbols he creates, they're going to become keychains. They're going to become symbols of hope and symbols of motivation for the next generation of people who will speak up. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good night.